are very simple to relate to, and it is just so perfect. And the thing with Planswift is that it depends on to what extent you want to take it. Okay, so it is the same with a lot of other software though, but Planswift it looks very easy to use. I've compared its use with Bluebeam Review, with Navisworks for taking off. Planswift still beats them hands down. So I recommend that you learn Planswift, even if you are not, if you are starting with familiarizing yourself with software, you can start with Planswift. And the other thing is that you cannot leave out other software and just dwell on one. Like take, for instance, you talk about Revit, which is a BIM software, or you talk about AutoCAD, which is just a 2D authoring tool. You see, the thing is, the people you are working with, they are already familiar with their own tool set. If you are working with the architect is already used to using AutoCAD or Revit. And then the architect asks you to carry out a measurement, and it gives you an AutoCAD file or a Revit file. Are you going to be running a Scatter to learn how to open the file, to learn how to navigate the file, or to learn how to convert whatever drawing you want to whether PDF or any other format of your choice? So it is because you have to relate with different stakeholders. And because of that, you just need to learn basics of this software. If you may not go in depth, but you just need the basics to navigate them and not find yourself stuck at any point in time. Usually, if you're working with a client or you are employed in an organization, most organizations will have their own software of choice, the one they use in-house. So once you find yourself in that situation, you have no choice other than to master whatever is used in-house. Then you can have peripheral knowledge of every other software that may come your way. But it is better, like I said, to get prepared, like the Boy Scouts, so that when you have the opportunity, they say opportunity is preparation made in advance. So if you are not prepared for the opportunity, you will not see it as an opportunity. So there are basic software that you should learn, which I recommend. Talk about AutoCAD, Revit, Navisworks, this Planswift we are talking about, Bluebeam Review. And once you are comfortable with these ones, the principle is usually the same with other ones. You can take it off from there. I don't know if there's any addition from any member of the floor, or if your questions.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for the answering the questions, sir. Thank
just you. Like you said, just like I think that answered your question, right? And just like you said, Planswift is not the only software available for measurements, and there are other very good and important softwares also. So this Planswift program is just a 2 days program to get basic hands-on knowledge on Planswift, but we would let you know if there will be other softwares to train on. So we have a question from Yusuf Abigail.
Sorry, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Please, I wanted to ask, most times we focus on the advantages of using all these software programs. I wanted to ask, in your experience, what disadvantage, a significant one, did you experience, or what do you think some of the disadvantages of using these software applications are? Because we're always focusing on just advantages. I wanted to ask if there are some disadvantages and if you can share them to us. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for the question. The point is that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, because here we are talking about speed, we are talking about accuracy. Okay, we are talking about meeting your target, your client's demand, your client's requirements in a timeous and timely manner. So these are very, very big advantages. Of course, when we talk about the disadvantage, we can be talking about the cost of acquiring this software. We can be talking about the cost of having a PC on which this software will run smoothly, because all of them cannot run on anyhow PC. So a lot of times you need high-end PCs that have high RAM, SSD, preferably not just hard disk, and maybe sometimes dedicated graphics. And these things come with cost. So that is one disadvantage of it. Okay. And that is and of course, a lot of times you will need light to use your PC or wherever you're working on. And light is a luxury at this moment in Nigeria. So this could also be a disadvantage. And the moment you can't take your PC with you to anywhere you need to use it because you are at the mercy of electricity, then that's a big negative in using all this application. But the truth is, with the software, you are able to communicate very well with whoever you need to communicate with. If you use Planswift, for instance, and you have probably your contractor's QS, and you need to explain something to the consultant who may be finding it difficult to understand. The moment you put it in a pictorial view, it becomes easy and your measurements are clear to understand. So the discussions are more fruitful that way than just referring to figures without any reference to where the figures are coming from. Okay, so I think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. I rest my case. I don't know if there are other.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so we have some other hands raised. Muhammad Sani Muhammad, please can we have your question?
Sorry, I forgot to raise my hand down.
So after
Someone
this, please, you are
asked the
taking just
question I
one more
wanted to
question.
answer.
Thank you.
Someone asked the question I wanted to ask. So, and the question has answered. Thank you.
All right, so Olaguju Azankai, I see your hand is raised.
Okay, yes, sir. My question is there any software currently that is designed for real-time costing?
Kindly come again. Is there any software currently for what?
Designed for real-time costing.
Real-time costing.
Yes, sir.
So when you say real-time costing, can you explain a little
Like
further?
the current price, updated price of
Oh,
materials.
okay. So you want, if I get you correctly, you're asking whether there's a software that gives you the current price of material or the current unit rate of a particular item of work you want to do. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm sure there are, and these usually are web-based. They are web-based applications. They are not, you don't say they are software per se. They are web-based application, and usually they are subscription-based too. So you need to subscribe to such platforms, and when you log on to their website, you get whatever you need. And a lot of them have a lot of these websites that give you up-to-date or current prices or rates, have handshake with other manufacturing websites or suppliers' website, and then they get their prices from their website. Now, there's something that some software like Beam does, like Navisworks, Revit, there's something that they do, which makes you get current prices, but not rates. So there you have add-ins that is able to integrate manufacturers' products supplier's product to the software, so that if you need to price any item on the design, on the 3D design, you simply click on the suppliers or manufacturers link. It pulls up the prices and you choose whichever you like. So that is available. It is available with BIM, but you need additional add-in to enjoy that facility. For web-based, up-to-date current prices, you need some level of subscription, and it is not something that is common. Usually, I'm not subscribed to any. But I know somebody, I know a developer that is working on that seriously. And I know he has a website for it, though not in Nigeria, but he's a Nigerian, but he does it. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question.
Yes, sir. And also, sir, and like you said, it is a web-based. Like, can you give us the website so we can check for the subscription price?
Okay, so I will find out. I will send it to the coordinator who will pass it on to you. But I don't have it offhand as I'm talking to you.
All right, sir. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much for honoring our invite and giving us part of your knowledge to take home, sir. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you.
All right. So enjoy yourself. Have a nice day. Happy training. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please, let's have a round of applause. Please, virtual round of applause, please, for our host, our guest speaker, rather. Thank you very much, sir. So I quickly want to address a point. I've been getting a lot of questions about the certification. So please be informed that certificates will be issued after completion of the 2 days program. And you only get a certificate if you have a minimum of 90% attendance. So that's on the certification. So without further ado, we'll move into the core of today's training, led by our brilliant and slightly overqualified trainer, in person of Olokun Abdulakim Adeshino. He will be guiding us through the nuts and bolts, tricks and tricks of Planswift. So make sure you have a notepad by your side so that you can jot, and also all the tools that you need. And I hope we've all downloaded our Planswift from the group that was created. So I would hand over to our trainer now. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olokun Adeshino, a 500 level student of Quantity Surveying Department, University of Ilorin, and I'm the trainer for Planswift. I want to acknowledge the presence of our amiable doctor, person of Dr. T.O.O Olowa. Thank you so much for your insights. I really appreciate that. Yeah. To start with, I will share the first outline with everyone. So what we are going to be discussing in this online training section. So we are going to discuss about the brief overview of Planswift, understanding